So new, okay, this is new since last time I've been here.
Yes, yes, he called this the VIP section. And of course, I'm being silly, right?
Yes.
Two. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 2.
So I use the light stand in that box. Okay. And then they'll, put it in light. But I mean, it's personal. You know,
Hey, look, the goal is to get people here.
that's true. But, you know, I do, I wanted too great an experience online. But then it was- That's not good. It's okay. That's a good point. No, it's one of the- also being on it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so everything else is good?
I mean, all you got is just the answers. What about insurance? Like all. Everything else. Yeah, it's just interesting. Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay, all right, thanks, I appreciate it.
They really want.
I think.
They're trying to get back.
So she's there.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Miss Seth. How are you? Good morning. You got it.
How you feeling? It's like just some power poses. These ones are good.
Then we're not allowed after that.
No.
Once you're on the list, once you're not on the list.
We're not.
Chad, why'd you do this to me today? Why'd you show up here today?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, here's where he wants to.
But this is an entirely community-run organization outfit. And so anyone who you see up here is volunteering their time, and you, as an attendee, are invited to do the same if you feel so moved. I want to say thank you today to our coffee sponsor, Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. We have Jackie, Pauline, and Ellie who are here. We're going to come up and say a few remarks, and then I'm going to come back up and introduce our presenter for the day. And so if I could get you three wonderful ladies to come up and give a commercial on what you all do. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yes. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having us this morning. So I am Jackie Petalwall, the branch manager of Michigan School for Government Credit Union, located in Madison Heights. Hi. Got a few fans out there. So this is Ellie, and Colleen's in the back. She's going to step up here in just a minute. So we all have a different role at the credit union. Me being the branch manager, we manage a team of 9 at my location, and we open up regular accounts for consumers. We also do business accounts, business lending, which a little based on that. And then Colleen does our business development, consumer education. So we offer just anything that a bank does, but a little bit different. So
better.
member owned instead of stockholder owned. So everyone owns a share of the credit union. So that's a little bit different. So we can offer better rates. We've got some amazing CD rates. We've got some great rates for loans. So anything you're interested in, come see me. Okay. And then I'll have Ellie just on for a moment.
So I'm Ellie. I am our business lender. We offer everything for small businesses from startup funds all the way up to commercial properties. We help businesses achieve their financial goals through equipment loans, working capital lines of credit. As we expand on the business side, we're going to offer more products for our small business members as well.
And I'm Colleen. I'm part of our community relations team. So I'm part business development, part consumer education. One of the things that we love to do is come and talk to businesses, talk to your employees about budgeting, savings. My background is in actually higher education. So I've spent a lot of time with 18 to 22-year-olds. And I know that when they're coming into the workforce, they're not thinking about savings. They're not thinking about building their credit. And so we're excited to share information about that to help build really strong financial foundations. We also are working with our business lending team to create a small business workshop that we'll offer at our branch, but we're also happy to offer it wherever you want us to come. So we have a sign up if you're interested, and that hopefully that's going to be done by the beginning of next year. So we're working to turn that up. So that sign up is over there.
Okay, sign up. Yeah, it's like, it's different than the sign in.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you. And I just want everyone who is part of the organizing community of 1 Million Cups of Detroit Metro to just raise your hand, because this cannot be done without the help of this entire team. Yes. But yeah, so and we're grateful for your help, and again, we are certainly welcoming of others. There are 4 key pillars of 1 Million Cups, and that is presentations, not pitches, authentic connections, and not networking, run for the community, by the community, and radically and inclusive engagement. We want to make certain that everyone feels included in this process, because we know that it takes a symphony of individuals to make a great business ecosystem. And I do want to acknowledge, I was just told by my colleague Gerald that TechTown is in the house. We want to give TechTown a shout out, because TechTown is definitely one of the stalwarts in the Detroit business ecosystem, that small business ecosystem that has really been award winning. And so we're happy to have you here this morning. What we're going to do is, for those of you all who've been here, you know the deal, but for those of you who's first times here, we have 1 to 2 speakers that speak between 6 and 10 minutes apiece, but so far we've only had 1 speaker for most of our events. So today we're going to have Danielle of Yumaste. I'm going to have you help me correct it. Yumaste. And I'm sorry, like Yumaste. Okay, present today and talk about her business. And we're going to do it a little differently today. I'm going to sit down. Pardon me? Oh, yeah, we're going to do it a little differently today. I'm going to sit down and ask Danielle a couple of questions, but not very many. She's going to do most of it, but she's going to have a few prompts as requested, and we're going to get into her business. And then after we're done, there's going to be a question and answer session with her. We're going to ask that everyone comes up, and we're going to have a mic stand here and ask questions. Am I missing anything, John?
Just remember that this is collaborative, back and forth.
Yes.
The intent is to help the business owner. She's
Yes.
launching her business and she needs help. There are a lot of smart people in this room. They are small business owners, they're entrepreneurs, they belong to the ecosystem, and we want to help our sister get her business up and going. That's the reason we're out here today.
That's right. So without further ado, Danielle, please come on up here and I'm just gonna eat. We just there.
Seats, friends, so I forget what I'm saying, I'm supposed to be snapping. And they're taking pictures already.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm waiting on it.
All right, Danielle. Okay, yeah, this I was gonna ask questions. So Danielle, so this is the question that I have for you is, please just, tell us your why, give us your story, give us some background on what prompted you to start up this business and what some of your challenges are.
All right, let's get to it. So I started Yumaste because I've been baking probably since I was 9. And I had a cottage baking business for 10 years, actually longer than that, prior to actually launching. I just launched in February of this year and made it official. I always practice yoga and meditation. And after some trauma pre-pandemic, it became even more important to be mindful and meditate every day. And during the pandemic, that baking that I just did is sort of like a side business became more therapeutic. And I found myself baking more, and I really wanted to find a way to, I was already doing what I love baking, but I wanted to find a way to bring the two things that I enjoyed and together and share it with somebody else, share it with other people. So Yumaste came out of a need for that and wanting to share mindfulness and meditation with everyone I know.
Can you let us know a little bit about your product?
So Yumaste makes the same indulgent desserts, only I use organic ingredients infused with adaptogens like ashwagandha and reishi mushrooms and or herbs like lavender. And each item includes a meditation or affirmation card for a holistic and unique dessert experience. So you can have a dessert and actually feel good about what you're having. Okay. Like there was so much more explanation to that, but okay.
We knew you were gonna be a pro at this, you didn't need
No,
us.
no, no.
But anyway, please, so what we want to do is get to the core. You explain to us what this is. Please let us know what the central challenges you're having, and we know you're gonna get a wealth of knowledge from that, so.
That's probably. So the first is like every small business owner, money, right? So my kitchen space costs money. And in order to produce the product, I need to be in the kitchen. But in order to be in the kitchen, that needs revenue. So like my first challenge is balancing that. Because if I go in and make, I don't know, just a few cakes, I'm literally in a hole because the cost of the kitchen has eaten into any profit I would have had anyway. So that's the first thing. And my second is more of a packaging thing. So my affirmation card, which I forgot to bring to show you guys, I did some mock-ups. I need a food grade card. I know that it's possible to do because there's food grade paper. There's all kinds of products that are included in other food packages. They stick everything in a Cracker Jack box, but I need something that can go alongside the cookie or the cake slice. And the third is my marketing. So I have a great marketing plan that was done for me. However, I hate social media so much. And so I would love to have someone take care of it, but I can't afford to pay someone to do it right now. So my marketing plan, the company devised it so that it could be more me friendly. So it starts with email marketing, which is great, but you got to have Instagram, you got to have, something else. And Instagram will show all of my great baking photos, all that stuff. So I would love to have, some help with getting that done so I can be in the kitchen instead of taking pictures and talking to people while I'm at the grocery store buying. That just doesn't make sense to me. So those are my 3 big ones. Yes.
Thank you.
I thought we had more. No?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah, I was.
No, it was a lot, and they were a lot, was extensive. So what I have tried to work on some of this is pop-up events. I've done a couple small, my biggest and my first was the NFL draft. Imagine getting a call saying, hey, you want to do a booth? And I'm like, huh? Said what? Not for the NFL? Sure, sure. And then some little ones, which were much easier. I do custom cake orders. I still do that. But again, it has to be, the money has to make sense in order to do that. I did attempt supplying a local grocery store. They wanted whole pound cakes for, for something they were doing. They wanted to do by the slice. And then for my marketing, I've tried, again, IG, Facebook, LinkedIn. I have a website that I don't use as more of a landing page. But I don't enjoy doing that. If you go to my Instagram right now, it's probably still the NFL draft because it's probably the last time I actually posted something. And here's the fun part. So what I learned is that draft booth was expensive. A lot of the vending events, it could be anywhere between $150 and $300 per day. And that doesn't necessarily make money sense if you're not guaranteed to get any of that back. So I lost money on several things, not all, but some. I absolutely learned to ask the organizers more questions like, who are the, who's the audience for this event and what are they getting? Are you giving them all free food? Because a lot of times if they're getting free food, they don't want to spend any money on anything. They don't have to. I learned absolutely to say no very quickly. And that I already knew that everybody was not my customer and that's okay. And with the grocery store, I wanted to take payment up front because they ordered it and then, and so I also, that was on there, that's not supposed to be on there, the marketing part, but that's okay. So this is what I would like to do to fix it. And this is my thought. My wonderful business coach who's in the back of the room, by the way, suggested I do a pre-order. I would love to do pre-orders maybe a month out. That way I can plan how much time I need in the kitchen and I can plan the product so I can at least have a gauge of how that's going to work out financially, or if it's even going to be money smart. But at least I'll know, okay, this is how much I have to make. So this is how much time I can do in the kitchen. I definitely need that food grade, maybe cardstock, don't even know what that would be, but a food grade paper. And then again, complete marketing plan, but I'd love some, I don't know, Gen Zer who does nothing but social media all day to take care of it, or whomever. But those are my 3 questions. So any suggestions, ideas, help? Oh, her hand goes right up. Wait, you gotta come up though. Do we have to look up the mic? Yes. Okay. So this one is.
Hello, Mel.
Oops. Oh, sorry. You gotta come up so they can see you. Okay.
So for the marketing plan, I am a web designer and I also am not a huge fan. So I get your pain. So what you can do is a couple of ideas. You were mentioning a Gen Zer. A lot of people are looking. Well, I was going to say a lot of people are looking for experience right out of college. So you might be able to hire someone that's coming right out of school or is already in school who just wants, experience working for a company. And then that way you don't really have to pay them. And that's, however you feel about that. Or maybe
They want money.
yeah, or maybe somebody I mean, that's how I did it when I was in school, but I don't know if things have changed maybe. And then the other suggestion was to batch your social media posts. There are programs that will automate that for you, like
Sweet.
things like that.
But then I still need to write it.
You still have to write it. You can use, you can use AI. Yeah, you can use ChatGPT or something like that to help you write it. As far as your photos, you could take a batch of those. Like,
Have you seen my pictures?
I don't. I'm not seeing the picture. Well, if you have a smartphone, they take, you just learn the angle of, take it from the top or take it from the side or whatever. And you could like categorize, these are baking shots and these are my networking shots. You could have different categories and that way you already have like a catalog to choose from. You don't have to like think about it every single day.
Okay,
So
I can try that.
And you know, we were gonna have folks come up. I'm gonna take the mic around. Who, raise your hand.
Good morning, everyone. So for your kitchen, I may have a suggestion that may help you. Have you heard of the Detroit People's Food Co-op?
I have it.
Have you looked into using that kitchen? Is it pricey?
I have not, a lot of the Detroit kitchens were around the same rate,
Mhm.
but, I picked the kitchen that I picked because I moved from across the street from Detroit People's Food Co-op.
Okay.
So it was too far. I picked the closest kitchen to me. I wanted Eastern Market, who didn't, right? But there were, before Chef V took over, there was lines and confusion and congestion. Nobody knew where to find it. So I went closer, but I do want to put the products in Detroit Food Co-op.
Right, and I know that since it's like community-led and community-based, that they may have some reasonable options, and also Focus Hope, I think, has a kitchen
Mhm.
on opening. Have you looked into that?
Mhm.
And that may be like very, very low cost, as well.
So my kitchen, I'm now, since I'm officially licensed with the state of Michigan, so it is done now. It's done at the place that I selected, which happens to be over here on 8 Mile. So I don't know about moving it. Again, I just have to, and it actually, I think it's really reasonable and it's probably a little less than some others and a lot more flexible. So I don't necessarily want to move the location, but I do have to make sure, again, whatever I'm putting out, that I'm, covering the cost. And I don't have to charge $37 for a cookie just to cover the cost of the kid.
Right. Okay, and then one more for the cards that you were speaking of. I don't know any, food safe ones, but have you considered putting something on the package with like a little bit of
I have, and I would like to, so I have, written lots of little like meditation tips and mindful eating tips and things like that for packaging when I get that grown up that it's custom. But the card itself right now is designed so that you can keep it.
Gotcha.
So you don't, you don't just eat the Twinkie and throw it away, like you're gonna
Right.
actually have something to keep you in the mindfulness state and to remind you. And hopefully there'll be lots of them, but the idea is to have some meditations, some affirmations, maybe some QR codes too, when I get to, the website with the meditation, so that you have a continual or, a longstanding relationship with me and mindfulness.
Okay, I have something for that. Have you considered using Canva and you can create like a free downloadable
Uh-huh.
affirmations?
I make the affirmations and I did those. I just need the card for
You
for
can
the
create a
package.
QR code and they can have it like in their phone too. And they can just.
I do, but the idea is to keep them. So I do have some QR codes to meditations. So that was one of the things I did for draft initially. So you can keep all of those.
Anyone else?
Hi, personally, I love the idea of mindfulness and eating well, and that's great. I think you have a story to tell, and that's where your marketing comes from. I think people want to connect with you, with the business owner. They want to know your story. Why did you create this business? And I think your affirmations are actually your social media posts. People are looking those affirmations every single day. I have a social media account that sends me an updated affirmation every single day. So I think you've got a post right there. And then every post you put your story of how you created this company. And then under that, then you say, connect with me here and here. One observation is that you have your contact information, but then there's no social media account. So you need one because, or a QR code, and then we will immediately, if I know that you're doing affirmations, I will follow you.
Awesome, thank you. Like Yumaste on IG. It is there somewhere.
Hi, my name is Olga, and I have about 20 years in marketing experience, so ideas always flow. As far as your affirmations, you can design something in Canva that is a phone screensaver. So it will have affirmation and your little logo, and the people scan QR code, They get maybe 5, 10 to choose from. They save one to their phone and they just use it as a screensaver for their phone. You tell them what to do with it. So it doesn't need to be printed. It can be digital, and we live in such a digital world. And then you can use them for repurpose them for your social media posts, and and they just become. That's what we do right now. For as far as like help for social media, reach out to Walsh College. They do have internship programs, and they're always looking to help small businesses like you to place students with you. And usually those internships are not paid. They just gotta get their hours in, and they can help you with social media, marketing, anything you need. They can be there for you. And I do have contact for someone at Walsh College, so see.
Awesome, thank you. I didn't think anyone did free internships.
Thank you, Olga. You're gonna get a lot of calls.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm an attorney, Tanisha Molden, and I work with small business owners on their intellectual property strategy, particularly. So a couple of things. Where's your coach? Hey, coach. Hey, because I always think that's the first thing I thought about was the pre-orders. What she said about doing the pre-orders. And even when you're doing the pop-ups, having a tasting event and take those pre-orders right then, so they taste the product and then they order the product because they've had a taste of it. Because so one of the things, this is just some advice, things that I've learned that I want to share. Because you said a couple of things, and I'm always listening to the words that people say as part of my training. So when you said that the social media or whatnot, something, it didn't make sense to you. So sometimes it won't make sense. It's going to be a lot of things that don't make sense as a business owner as we grow, but it does not have to make sense. It needs to make sense for your customer. Where are they? If it aligns with your business and it makes sense to them, that's where they are, then it makes sense with revenue to go that route. One thing I wasn't quite clear on is who is your customer. I wasn't quite clear on who the customer is.
That's a great question.
Yeah, no, I have more, but if you want to answer that.
So my customers are healthy and healthy living enthusiasts, people who practice mindfulness, yoga studios, maybe I have a whole list. Now you ask me and I can't go down the list. Yoga studios, meditation teachers, coaches, probably some smaller health food stores. So what I don't want is, I'm not looking to be a Costco vendor, right? I'm looking for more of a niche market and, smaller places. So anyone who is, again, meditation, mindfulness, health enthusiasts, and just in that arena would be my customer. Not even Whole Foods would necessarily be my customer. Too big. So I'm thinking much smaller than that.
Yeah, that's helpful, because then that helps me, your vision, that helps, I'm sure not just me, see who to look out for how to help you down that line. The one last thing is, you mentioned, and I appreciate that you have a marketing plan and you went through it, but you said it was a great marketing plan, but you haven't implemented it. How do we know it's great?
Well, you're right. I think it's a great idea because I had someone do it. So it looks great to me. It looks great to me because I wouldn't have come up with all that. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. I wouldn't have thought of that, or that, that platform or that method or that any of that. So I think the company that did a really great job putting it together for me. Let me put it that way.
Ginger, hi Tanisha. To expand on what she's saying about ideal customer, when I was thinking yoga instructors and things like that, I was thinking these people go to trainings, they go to retreats themselves, they go to conferences and things, and that might be a way to get some pre-orders for a very ideal audience. If you can figure out what networking organizations these men and women connected with.
Speak up a little bit, Ginger, so we can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. To networking organizations that yoga instructors, and I know some people, so I'll ask to see. I'll forward that information to you. What kind of professional, because they are professionally trained, and so they have conferences and events and things like that too. That may be a way to get pre-orders.
Thank you, Ginger.
Just a quick question, and in my old sales background, what's your elevator pitch. If you and I met on the street and
You
I
said
asked.
I didn't come to do my page here.
No. Of course you do.
No, no, don't. We're gonna do something like that.
You can start out with Yumaste.
Yeah.
On the-
I actually did with Yumaste. I actually did with Yumaste. I can't do it now because you just asked me on the spot. There was nothing.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so we're in an elevator.
There you go.
You guys are terrible. You literally said, don't do your.
Questions or what do you do? Just pretend we're in an elevator, all these people down the coast.
I'm Danielle. I'm the owner of Yumaste Mindful Bakery. We create indulgent desserts using organic ingredients, adaptogens, and herbs. Each packaged with a mindfulness theme or affirmation for a holistic dessert experience.
See, that was easy.
Danielle, I'm curious, you kind of touched on this in the previous question. You said you're not looking to get into stores like Whole Foods, but have you created a list of all of the different types of businesses that you or groceries that you would want to get into?
I have.
Okay.
Some companies and some individuals as well.
Okay. Have you developed a relationship with the Western Market, which is right in your backyard?
I have not. They weren't on my list. I could add them, but they weren't on the list. They weren't on the list because they're down the street from National Food Patch, and that's where I would like to go. So I think that's more of my crowd, but hey, higher margin, maybe.
Any other questions?
So I have a question. Hey, good morning, I'm Julia. Okay, so I'm curious about, you're stuck with this food card or this meditation card idea. So have you done any kind of research, like, is there a requirement by the state of Michigan that it has to be on a certain grade of paper? Because I was just doing a Google search for you, thinking, can you find these on Etsy or something? I'm seeing lots of food safe wrappers.
Right, but no food safe.
No, but the card, I think maybe you're overthinking it a little bit.
That's possible.
So could it be, I mean, because you can order cards from Vistaprint, could it be on the outside, right? So it's not coming into contact with the food. That simplifies everything. And you could find all kinds of providers on Etsy who would custom make beautiful cards for you. So, you know, sometimes we make it more complicated than it really needs to be.
That is entirely possible. I actually thought about that because of, so yogi tea, which I love, and I drink yogi tea. They always have this cute little something, on the tea bag, just a little part that hangs off. So I thought about that, but then that means it has to attach to the package as well. And I was thinking just one, just to have one thing with something inside, that is possible, and I may be overthinking. So that I could look into. As far as it having to be food grade, I guess if it was going to go inside with the cookie or the cake, it would have to be. But yeah, that's an idea. It doesn't necessarily have to, I guess. Then I have to find a way to attach it. Any ideas?
The double sticky little stuff that everything sticks to. Buy anything and it comes off real easy. Yeah. Pocket.
A pocket. Oh,
Yeah, don't get hung up on
yeah.
a food grade card. I don't think you're gonna find it. So I just spent 10 minutes Googling it.
I spent way long. I've been looking for this for months. I'm like,
No.
great, cardstock anywhere?
No, so clearly not, so move on. Like that now.
That's another business. There's my next business.
There you go.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much. You've done a wonderful job. Danielle, I mean, you know, Ryan is going to do this, but you did not need anybody up here with you. You so clearly articulated your own business and your vision, and thank you very much for doing so.
Thank you, Drake.
And thank you everyone for your input. It's been invaluable, and Dan, you're gonna take it and you're gonna put it in the blender, you're gonna come back in 6 months, and you will have activated your marketing plan.
Got it. You got it.
And so for those of you who don't know, there's 97 of these meetings going on all around the country today between 8:30 and 10 o'clock. And if you're close enough, you can actually, go to the other ones in the area. But if you're close, like we're in Michigan now, I think if you hurried up and got to another time zone, you could go to another one today. But I don't know who wants to do that. But we're so grateful that you all are here, and we would not be able to do this without the wonderful partnership that we have with Incubizos, with Josh. Josh is the man. He's got the Santa beard going on. He's going to come up here. But I speak, people look at Josh. Josh is a champion of small businesses, in a way that I think is altruistic, as well as as altruistic as one can be. You're in the business of making money, but you really are really supportive of people in a grand fashion. So please, thank you.
Appreciate that. So actually, the only reason I got brought up here is because Daryl asked if I wanted to announce in the back. We actually have some donation boxes for the Madison Heights Hazel Park, or the Madison Heights Food Pantry. So they're looking for cleaning supplies, they're looking for hygiene products, and they're looking for food donations for things that are not expired. So if you come to us in upcoming weeks and you want to be able to donate, there's the boxes at the front over here. So I appreciate everybody coming out. This is one of my favorite things we do each week, so thank you for coming out.
And don't forget to announce they can work here today.
And people can stay and work for the day too. This is why we have other people do the MC. I just drink, I just like to be there, but I'm around if everybody.
Oh, yeah, and I would be remiss when you said Melissa, it sent shivers up my spine, because I know she would be telling me to make certain that I mentioned that on September 18th, for everyone who's in attendance, there will be a gift that we're giving away to all of the attendees. We are celebrating just a little bit over 6 months, so this will just be a commemorative piece that, highlights the achievement of this reignited chapter of Woman in Cups. And Ginger, aren't you soon to launch the Ann Arbor chapter, right? Okay, yeah. Trying to figure out. We're excited about that, and we certainly are looking for more, and we think that we know it's going to be highly successful. So anyway, please meet someone that you don't just network, make some meaningful contacts today. And all of our B2B providers, please just stand up and just raise your hand, Mel. Yeah. Tanisha, yeah, just raise your hand. Lisa, you coming to the session?
Yes, she is.
How could I mistake you for not?
Good morning. My name is Lisa Davis, and I am here representing Seed Lending. I see a few people are looking for the money person. The money person is here. And Danielle, come on. We together. This is Great Lake Women Business Council. Seed Lending is a division of
Great Lakes Women's Business Council.
Lending. They do
Oh, lots of stuff. Business services, education, support, you name it, you got it.
we work together. So if you need money, we have the money. If you don't know for sure, if you're ready to get the money, guess what she can do?
We can help you get yourself together.
Now we got everything y'all need right here in this cute little package. However, if you have personal questions, if you're not sure if your business needs money, or if you're afraid of getting the money, or you've never gotten money, let's see. Pass out my flyers.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm here to pass out my flyers because as a person that's representing Seed Lending, on Fridays, I talk about fearless financing because a lot of y'all afraid to get this money, and I'm tired of y'all being afraid to get this money. If you need money and you ain't got money and you're still afraid to get the money, I've been talking about this money for 4 months. Come get the money.
And how much money is it?
$4 million.
Right.
You can get up to $200,000 for your business, but you gotta get ready. Stop being afraid of getting denied. A denial is just a delay. It is not a permanent decision. We don't have permanent decisions of denial.
Come on.
It's just something you missing at that time, right? So if you want to understand how to finance your business and you really need that money to take your business to the next level, come Friday, 8:30 in the morning, Fearless Friday. I'm here every Wednesday, every Friday, but Friday I work with you more one-on-one. I only like 7 to 8 people because it's a really intense type of little workshop on the spot. All right, my name is Lisa Davis. I'm representing Seed Lending. This is
Danielle Brown from Great Lakes Women's Business Council.
We Together.
Thank you. Thank you all. And with that being said, I will let Daryl the grand poobah of this operation, comes forward. Come on, girl, let's give girls some more. Girl, you don't put this on here. This is good, this is good. How many dresses? You know what? This was just languishing in the river and it was just drifting. It was a ship without a oar.
There you go.
And you decided to take the, you took it and started rolling it. So thank you, Joe, for this.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Really appreciate it. The one thing I just really wanted to say was Oakland Thrive is really focused on small business growth. We want to build an ecosystem that all small businesses in Oakland County can thrive, but especially women-owned and minority-owned and LGBTQ and disabled veteran businesses. They need help more than any other segment of the business community. Shop small, shop Black, shop women, shop gay, shop veteran. Please support small businesses. Also, thank you, everyone. Thank you, our Detroit partners coming out and doing Detroit Development. You know, Congress, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it. And again, shop small. Yes, we have to do our group photo. Danielle, you have to come up. Somebody grab them up.
I'm always up front here because I'm short.
If you don't want to be in the group photo, you can, kind of move off to the side. But we do this for our social media purposes so that